know. Dan Geltrude, the CPA and the author of Dogs Taught Me Everything I Know About Business, joins me now to talk about it. Thank you so much. Here we are, the last weekend before the taxes are due. What is your advice to folks that haven't got the work done yet?
So there's 6 points that I want to make here. First, file on time, even if you can't pay the tax. And the reason I say that is you don't want to be subjected to failure to file penalties. Next, there's not a lot you can do related to planning, but you can maximize your IRA contribution because you have until the 15th to do that. If you're 50 and over, you can contribute $8,000. Under 50, $7,000. You should also be e-filing. It is the fastest way to have your, and most accurate way to have your tax return processed. You should also use direct deposit. If you're getting that refund, you want to get it as quickly as possible. Next thing, if for some reason you can't make your tax payment, that is something where you can go to the IRS, and they do have different payment options that you can work through. And finally, if you can't get your tax return filed, you can file for a 6-month extension. But I want to make clear, your taxes are due April 15th. They just give you 6 months to actually send in your tax return.
Oh, I was going to ask about the extensions. That seemed like potentially a good answer for somebody. I don't know. Shifting gears just a little bit, it's been very, very busy in Washington, pivoting to the budget framework the House just passed. They're paving the way essentially for President Trump's tax cuts. Now, what does this mean for Americans, and what would happen if this doesn't get done, if it doesn't get passed?
Well, if it doesn't get passed, what happens is the Trump tax cuts from 2017, we're going to roll back to that after 2025. So I think a priority there is to make the Trump tax cuts permanent. Now, what Donald Trump has also been talking about related to putting this budget together is eliminating some federal income taxes for various people. Tip income, overtime pay, and Social Security benefits. Those are big ticket items, and I know a lot of people are hoping that that's going to be part of this budget.
I want to, while we have the time, let's take a quick listen to Representative Buddy Carter on these efforts that are underway. Take a listen.
We're going to get it done by charging each of the committees within our House to look for savings and find out where we can identify waste, fraud, and abuse, or where we can identify where we can save money so that we can get this budget under control. That commitment from the Senate that they are going to work with us to make $1.5 trillion in cuts, that along with the growth that we foresee in the next 10 years should keep us from having to raise taxes. And we are not going to do that. We're going to make sure we deliver on this. We're going to deliver for the American people.
Yeah, there were some conservative holdouts. It seems they came on board. They want to see the spending reined in, essentially. What do you make of the compromises that are happening in the House right now?
Well, there's going to need to be compromises in order to get the bill passed. But, you know, I think there are 3 important points here. Yes, there's fraud and abuse that DOGE has been working on that needs to be eliminated. Second, you have to be able to figure out a way to increase revenues if you don't want to increase taxes. And finally, how about we do something regarding spending? The formula's easy. If you have revenue and you reduce your expenses, you'll have more left over. It's not that difficult.
And there's a little inside baseball kind of thing. Actually, I think we're moving on. But thank you so much. I really appreciate your insights here as we are in the midst of almost end of tax season. We'll be relieved when we get the work done. Thank you, sir, for coming in and for bringing us your insights. A very important topic.
Thank you.